You know, there are four yugas: Satyayug, Tretayug, Dwapar and Kali Yuga. And I've always heard people say things like, oh, this is the Kali Yuga, this is the doomed age. We are born into this age now, we are so doomed because it is filled with greed, ego, darkness, and all the worst things. And I've always wondered why. Like, why is it this way? Why do people say that it is this way? Are we really doomed because we are born into this age? Until I read about this a little bit and I understood this, that is when I realized that these yugas were never about the outer timeline but about the inner timeline. They were never about the timeline in the world outside but about the one inside. And the best proofs that the yugas were never about the outer timelines is in the Satya Yuga, the golden age, the age when everything was filled with truth. Even in that age, there were some people who survived in the Satya Yuga but lived in the Kali Yuga, like Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksh. And then there is Kali Yuga. In Kali Yuga, you see obviously there is ego, anger, greed and everything, but there are also people who survive in this age but they live in the Satya Yuga. They live with truth. They are not okay with accepting the comfort of illusion and Maya. They are not okay with that. They are not okay with accepting the temporary and fake comfort of illusion or Maya. And thus they move above it. They go to the Satya Yuga. They take themselves back to the Satya Yuga. And a very important part is that you can think that I don't meet such people, so how can I take myself back to Satya Yuga? I don't have such people around me. See, you can never have such people around you until you become a people like that. I'm sure you must have heard about the term that the world is your own mirror. When I was okay with tolerating darkness, ego, anger, greed around me and towards me, I never became that. I never saw people who lived in Satya Yuga around me. Until now, that I have stopped it. I am not okay with it anymore. I see people who live in Satya Yuga. And the best part is that you can pull yourself back to Satya Yuga anytime. I know this might create a sense of fear that I have to work hard to pull myself back into Satya Yuga. Now that I know that I don't rely on the timeline, it's a burden. But in reality, it is not, because when you know the fact and realize the fact that you hold the power of an entire timeline in your hands, you can pull yourself into any timeline you want. It becomes so much easier. So I hope this video was somewhat helpful for all of you. Bye bye, all the best, hope to meet you very soon. Do watch the longer versions and the entire versions of these videos in my YouTube channel. The link to the channel is in my bio. Bye bye.